Hello students. So today we are going to do the experiment of verifying the superposition theorem. Now you all know about superposition theorem that when there are more than one voltage sources in any given circuit, then we have to consider each one of them one by one. And if there is a voltage source, then we have to short the other one. If it is a current source, we have to open the other one. And then we have to calculate by combining the combined response of these two in every branch of the circuit. So now this same thing we are going to do practically as well as theoretically. So this is the circuit that we are going to explore in our Tinkercad. So let's find out the values of the current in branch this and in branch 200 ohms. So for this, firstly, we are going to consider our 9-volt source, and I am going to redraw our this circuit by shorting our 1.5 volts circuit. So when I am going to short my these 2 points, you all know that my this 200 ohm will be having zero current, because this will get shorted. When the current will come here, it is going to find two paths, one with 200 and one with 0 ohms. So I200 will be 0 ohms, 0 amperes with your 9 volts. So now we have to find out this total current. You all can do that. So 9 by 100 will give me the total current. So that gives me 90 milliamperes. So these are my first value, and the current direction will be this, right? So because this is shorted, so this direction we are not going to take into account. So only this direction of 90 milliamperes we are going to consider. Now we are going to go for our case 2. For that, 9 volts will be short circuited, and we will be considering our 1.5 volts. Now just pay attention to the polarity of 1.5 volts. Wherever these two will be having the join, 100 ohm and 200 ohm will be joining, there the positive sign of the battery you have to connect in Tinkercad. So here you have got your 200 ohm and here you have got 100 ohm. So firstly we are going to calculate total current, how much total current is going to come. So now we know that 100 and 200 both are in parallel. So the total resistance will become equal to 100 into 200 divided by 300 will give me 200 by 3, that is 66.66 ohms. So now this total will give me the current IT, that is 1.5 divided by 66.6 ohms will give me 22.5 milliamperes total. So this IT is going to come out to be 22.5. So now if I want I100, then I can directly apply my current division rule, that is 22.5 multiplied by opposite branch resistance divided by sum of the two resistances. So this provides me with 45 divided by this will give me 15 milliamperes. So now the direction of current will be in this direction. Now you can see that 90 milliamperes is in this direction, while 15 milliamperes is in the opposite direction. Now to find out I200, we can directly subtract 22.5 minus 15 milliamperes. So that is going to give me 7.5 milliamperes. Now these calculations you are going to keep aside, because we are going to verify all these values considering one by one the voltage sources. Now let's find out the combined value of the current because of these two. So considering our total current in our I100, it will become equal to 90 milliamperes minus 15 milliamperes, and in I200 it will be 0 and it will be plus 7.5. So total it will be around 7.5 milliamperes. These are all our theoretical values, right? So now let's verify the value of the current using our Tinkercad. So now let's verify firstly the value of I total 100 as 75 milliamperes and I total 200 as 7.5 milliamperes, and individually we are going to calculate that it is coming out to be 90 milliamperes, 0 milliamperes, and here you have 15 milliamperes and 7.5 milliamperes. We are going to check all these values using our Tinkercad. So let's switch over to Tinkercad. So we are back on our Tinkercad. So here you can see that I have taken two batteries. One is of 9 volts and the other one is of 1.5 volts. Here you can see that. So here you can just check out that I have taken two resistances. So 9 volts is connected on the total combination. Here I have displaced them. These two resistors have been displaced and are connected through the milliammeter, right? You can see that. So now this 1.5 volts, you can see the purple lines here. So the purple lines indicate that I have connected my this battery in parallel to my this whole combination. Only this thing I have displaced because I have connected these 2 points, this point number 6 and point number 7 of this resistor using my multimeter. But my this battery is in the end point of this and in the starting point of this. So this comes in parallel with my this, as we have just discussed on the whiteboard. The circuit is same as that one, right? So now, because I have to calculate the total current first, so let's start the simulation. I have taken here two this multimeters instead of one, because otherwise we have to then wait for some time and then do the connections again. So now both the readings will keep on coming together in both the arms. I200 and I100 we are going to know simultaneously. So let's start the simulation. And here you go. You can see here that this value total was coming out to be 7.5 milliamperes, while this value was coming out to be 75 milliamperes. So practically the values are coming like this. So the difference you can calculate as the error between the two. So now, as we discussed before also, that now we have to take care of how we do theoretically, that we have to take out our this battery source. Now I am taking out this battery source and now I am connecting it with a short circuit. So here I have connected it with a short circuit because I have taken out our this battery. We are only considering our 9 volts battery. So now let's start the simulation. And here you can see the value of current in I200 is coming out to be 0 amperes, while the value of total current that we calculated as 90 milliamperes because of 9 divided by 100. So it is coming out to be 88.7 milliamperes. Again, you can calculate it as the error. So now we are going to consider our 1.5 volts and we are going to now short our these terminals. So this one I am going to short, and then again we have to check out the value. So its first connection is at number 2. So here we are going for number 2. Okay. So I think I have to just redraw it from here. So this completes our this connection. So let's find out the values. So here you can see that the value that is coming out by shorting our 9 volts is coming out to be 14.9 milliamperes, while this value is coming out to be 7.44 milliamperes. And if you remember what we did on the whiteboard, the value here was coming out to be 15 milliamperes and the value here was coming out to be 7.5 milliamperes. So you have to jot down all the values and make the table of the error in individual cases, and then the final total value of the current that we did in the starting. So let's come back on to that. So if you want, you can modify your this circuit in many ways. You can add some other resistor. You can add some other resistor in parallel here, and then you can go for the same connection, and you can all do the experiments you want on Tinkercad. I'm really thankful for this software, because all the experiments of electrical circuits you can do on here. So thank you so much, everybody, and you all have to try it on your own and send the pics to me. Thank you so much.